Hey guys! Okay, today we are going to do a language lesson on subordinating conjunctions. Now, we already did coordinating conjunctions. Let's do a little review. What is a conjunction? A conjunction, remember, is a little word that kind of goes in and connects different types of sentences or parts of sentences. So they'll connect phrases and clauses and different types of phrases and clauses. Don't worry what's a phrase and clause in detail yet, we will do it. But for now, just remember that that little word that connects them is a conjunction. Now last week we did coordinating conjunctions. That's the little word that connects sentences or parts of kinds of sentences that are of equal balance. So let's give an example. Okay, first, do you remember what our coordinating conjunctions are? Remember fanboy? Can you think what fanboys? Can you remember what each of those are? For, and, or, but, nor, so, yet, right? So let's give an example. Kira likes swimming and she likes hockey. Okay? So the fact that Kira likes swimming and she likes hockey, they're of equal balance. One's not more important than the other, right? So it's connecting them. And the word that's the conjunction, the coordinating conjunction is and. Kira likes swimming and she likes hockey. Okay? So the coordinating conjunction there is and. Let's do another one. I like coffee, but I don't like tea. Okay, those are of equal balance. The fact that I like coffee and but I don't like tea. It's not one sentence is not dependent on the other, right? So a coordinating conjunction connects those two sentences. I like coffee, but there's our coordinating conjunction. I don't like tea. Okay, they are of equal balance, and those generally coordinating conjunctions attach two simple sentences or independent clauses. Those can stand on its own. I don't like tea. That's a sentence on its own. And I like coffee. That's a sentence on its own. Those can stand on its own. They don't need the and. But the and, the coordinating conjunction, connects those two sentences. Okay. So it turns it from two simple sentences into a compound sentence. So coordinating conjunctions are used to make compound sentences. Let's write that down before we get into subordinating conjunctions. Okay, right. So quick review, coordinating conjunctions. It's not such a nice color at the moment. Coordinating conjunctions. I'll write here fanboy, fanboys, for and ooh, and nor, but, or, yet, so. Okay, remember? Okay, fanboys. Connect, coordinating conjunctions connect. Coordinating conjunctions connect. What figure of speech is that? Alliteration. Yes. Okay. Connect. Coordinating conjunctions connect two or more compound. Simple sentences to make a compound sentence. Simple sentences to make a compound sentence. Okay, but then you get other types of sentences like a complex sentence and what's the other ones? Simple, compound, complex. Okay, yes. So a coordinating conjunction connects, so these words here, connects two simple sentences or two independent clauses. Those are sentences that can stand on their own. Kira likes hockey. That sentence can stand on its own. It has a subject, it has a verb. Done. Okay? So coordinating conjunction attaches those two. We know this. We did it last week. Now, a subordinating conjunction attaches an independent clause with a dependent clause. One part of the sentence needs the other part of the sentence to make sense. Okay? So let's write that down. And then it becomes a complex sentence. Compound, remember, is two simple sentences you put together using a coordinating conjunction. And that's a compound sentence. And a complex sentence is with an independent clause plus a dependent clause, a part of the sentence that needs the other part to make sense. Okay, we're going to explain more here. Okay, right. Subordinating conjunction. If you'd like to write this down, pause the video and copy this in your language books, please. Okay, now I'm going to erase it. Right, subordinating conjunctions. This can be your new subheading. In our little cloud. Alright, subordinating conjunctions. Okay, the lighting isn't the best, but it's S-U-B. You can't see that very well. Alright, okay, subordinating conjunctions. Now we know that these join an independent to a dependent clause. So remember, conjunction is a little word, that links. I'll just write a little word I'll put a picture of a link here. Okay, so hopefully you remember that. Joins an independent clause or a simple sentence. Remember, independent clause or simple sentences can stand on their own. It doesn't need another sentence for it to make sense. It doesn't need another part of the sentence for it to make sense. It can stand alone. Kira likes hockey. It can stand alone. You don't need another part of the sentence for it to make sense, right? Okay, so join the independent clause or a simple sentence, same thing, to a dependent clause. Now, a dependent clause cannot stand alone. I'll write here, cannot stand alone. You need one part for the other part to make sense. Okay? So you need the dependent clause, you need the independent clause and the subordinating conjunction for the other part to make sense. Let's explain. Right, first let's give some examples of subordinating clauses. Subordinating conjunctions. Okay, subordinating conjunctions are words like, let's just put examples. Because, although, even though, though, since, as soon as, wherever, whenever, there's so many more. Let's write that down. Whenever, wherever. Okay, and there are more, but I'll send you a list at another point. We need these little words in order to connect an independent clause or a simple sentence to a dependent clause. Okay, we're going to do some examples. So if you are, if you'd like, before I erase, you can copy those down, pause the video, and then copy those down. Alright, I'm I'm going to erase it, and we are going to do some examples. Okay, how about I leave these examples here for a little bit. Okay, so let's get some other colors. Okay, so I can say, you can go to the beach. To the beach as soon as you learn to swim. You can go to the beach as soon as you learn to swim. Okay, you can go to the beach. That can stand on its own. It's an independent clause. It can be there alone. It doesn't need another sentence to make sense. But if I have to take that part away, if I have to take you can go to the beach away, as soon as you learn to swim, that doesn't really make sense on its own. It needs something. It needs context for you to fully understand what they are saying. Okay? So, you can go to the beach. That's our independent clause, or our simple sentence. It has our you, our subject, and our verb can go to the beach. Then the beach is our object. But that's a simple sentence. It can stand on its own. It's an independent clause. It's independent. It does not need anyone else. It's an independent one. Okay, right? But a dependent clause needs the independent clause to make sense in a complex sentence. You can go to the beach as soon as you learn to swim. As soon as you learn to swim, you can't have it on its own. It's a dependent clause. So this part is the dependent clause. Don't worry too much about the details of independent clause and dependent clause. But what I do want you to know or to remember is what is our subordinating conjunction here. As soon as. Okay, it connects the independent clause to the dependent clause. Okay? Right. Let's do another example. Let's see. All right. She was upset because her sister yelled at her. Okay, what is our subordinating conjunction there? She was upset because her sister yelled at her. Right, it is because. Well done. Okay, she was upset. That's a sentence independent clause on its own. Because her sister yelled at her gives us a reason why she was upset, right? You need both of them to make full sense of the sentence. Okay, let's do one more, and then I'm gonna send some to you for you to practice on your own. Right, she was upset because her sister yelled at her. Let's do one more. Madinci started yoga because she wanted to be more flexible. Okay, what is our subordinating conjunction there? Yep, you got it. Because. Okay, right? Now the subordinating conjunction doesn't always have to be in the middle of the sentence. It can sometimes be at the start. For example, you can go to the beach as soon as you learn to swim. Or you could say, as soon as you learn to swim, you can go to the beach. So it doesn't necessarily have to be in the middle of the sentence. Okay, cool. I'm going to give some for you guys to practice and message me on Google Classrooms if you don't understand. Okay, bye.